Well, hello to my fellow classmates. It's good to see your faces again. It's good to be with you in July on campus. I just love the fellowship that we have. And thinking about this week's questions, and I wholeheartedly agree that a lot of the times the things that get in the way of accomplishing something great is because we have so many good things going on in our life. I heard a sermon preached like that entitled "The Greater Good" from First Samuel, and it was talking about Hannah and the sacrifice that she brought on behalf of her son, and that she could have brought a pigeon or she could have brought a lesser sacrifice, but she brought the very best sacrifice she could bring in a bull before the throne room of God. And it really, I listened to that about a year ago, and it's just something that has been on my mind since, that there's a lot of good things in our lives, uh, but what is the great thing that we're working towards? And I'm in the process of reading a book, Holy Discontent, and it has just, again, opened my eyes kind of to this same concept. And he introduces these different things of saying we do a lot of things in our life, and a lot of things in ministry and in the life of the church. But what is the one thing that our life is committed to? What is the one thing that just causes discontent in our world we can't stand to see, and that's what our life is going to be about? And so I've been wrestling with this in my own life, and so uh, the greater good, I guess you'd say, the great thing, the best thing that I want to accomplish in my life, that I feel God is really working with me on, is for my generation. I look around in my own congregation where I pastor, and we're a small church, but there's about three of us, um, and that includes myself and my girlfriend who are there every week, and another one that's my age, and our generation just is absent. There's younger kids than us. There are some older adults. We're not an old church. We're kind of middle-aged. A lot of families, which is great. But a lot of my friends who grew up in church, they're not in church anymore. And this has just become the growing desire of my heart. And I feel like in responding to Rob Bell's video, that's what I'm saying yes to. The problem is it's so new, it's so fresh. I'm I'm learning how to say no then to other things, and um, I can only do so much. But my God has really placed a desire in my heart to do whatever it takes for my generation, and that's my holy discontent. That's what I um, think. That's what I want to strive for. And answering a few of the other questions, why do I think we're so busy? A lot of it, I think, is technology and advances. It used to be that you rode everywhere on horseback, or you walked, or even in Jesus' day, you went by donkey, and you just didn't get very many places. Well, now we drive 70, 80 miles an hour going where we want to go, and we have cell phones, and we can always be doing something, and we're a highly entertained culture. We want to be entertained, and I think we just have grown so accustomed to this that that's just the lifestyle that we live, and we think because that's the lifestyle of people all around the world that are living, that that's just acceptable, that that's the way God created it to be. And we all know that God created everything in 6 days, and on the seventh day He rested. He said yes to creation, um, and doing so on the seventh day He said no to work and resting. Um, and it's just something that I wholeheartedly agree with. And so, what are some shells in my own life? Um, it's hard for me to balance everything I have going on, and I know the same is true with you. Um, Being in school and seminary, it is very important to me. I take my work very seriously, but balancing school, there's a lot of good things about school, but sometimes the assignments are just busy work, and a lot of good assignments get in the way of great learning and great experiencing with God, in my opinion. I think there's a lot of good things about church life, but there's a lot of those good things that get in the way of great things, of winning the lost to Christ, of being at a bedside, of just visiting people in the hospital that maybe aren't members of our church, but uh, we don't have time to go see because we're doing other things. There's a lot of good things that Satan keeps us busy doing. And then I mow on the side, and it's good things, it's necessary things, but sometimes I become preoccupied with trying to stay up with everything, that I forget that one desire that God's really placed upon my heart. What am I doing to reach my generation now? I always think someday maybe I'll be at a church that that's all I focus on, but what am I doing now to grow that desire? It's great to see your faces and be with you this week. I truly have come to love and appreciate each of you, and know that I pray for you, and I send blessings to you from Oakland City, Indiana, and may God bless you wherever you're at today.